Hello good people, welcome to my YouTube channel once again. So somebody has just asked me this question and I thought that maybe I should come up here and speak about it just in case somebody is interested outside there. I have done a book trailer before explaining what my first self-published book is about, which is The Budding Tree, but I thought I should answer 4 questions that I feel people are really curious about. An autobiography, in my own words, the way I would explain it, is a book that speaks about the life of somebody else, and it's quite similar to a memoir, which is a story about somebody's life. The reason I didn't choose a memoir or an autobiography as a genre for my book is because my book is not really an autobiography or a memoir. I describe my book as a narrative nonfiction, and it's not the first narrative nonfiction to be written. There are many books that are narrative nonfictions. What I describe as narrative nonfiction is a book that is founded on authentic facts or facts that are true, but which has been built through creativity, where some facts have been added, some information is created from an author's mind, some information is created from other influencing factors that are not true, but which make sense to the author and which the author feels will be relevant to the reader. So basically, a narrative nonfiction is a book that has been written for entertainment purposes, but founded on the truth. And most books that are narrative nonfictions are written for educative purposes, to inform people about a specific issue in the society, to create awareness, or to educate people, which is basically what The Budding Tree does, even in this case. I think I don't need really to dive deep into the story that is The Budding Tree. I have done a book trailer. It is linked somewhere in this video, but I've done a book trailer explaining in detail what The Budding Tree is about. It's basically a story about infertility. It's a story about women who struggle with getting children for one reason or another. In the book, there are facts about polycystic ovarian syndrome, facts about fibroids, facts about miscarriages and the unexplained reasons for miscarriages, and I also have facts about what doctors think about this whole situation. Apart from that, I've also written facts about what used to happen in the past, because modern medicine is something that was introduced in Africa. So I've also delved a little bit into what used to happen before there was modern medicine, because these issues were also there in the past. If you want to know more about that, just go and read The Budding Tree. It's an informative book, but you'll also be entertained. How do I put the inspiration behind The Budding Tree is quite interesting, and in my next video, which I'm hoping I'll do because I keep planning on what I'm posting next and then I end up posting something extremely different. But on my next video, I'll be explaining why I would have written a book about HIV, or I would have written a poetry book, or many other things. I'm quite a diverse person. I have so many interests, but I am a growing woman. I'm in my late 20s, and many women of my age are beginning to discover their fertility at this time. Just recently is when we started going for random gynecological visits without a reason, or without you being sick. You just want to have your system checked out. Before that, when I was young, people never used to go to hospital much. So when you're older and you start experiencing some problems, it becomes such a blurry area because it hasn't really been exposed to you. So for me, those are some of the things that really inspired me to write about this book, because I have a younger sister, and I must say, before anyone else in this world, I've always found a very strong attachment to my sister, maybe because she's the only one. But in that spirit, I wanted her to know about things that I'm now knowing at my age, which I wish somebody told me when I was young. I also wanted many women, because especially now, very many people are openly speaking about these issues, and I felt I should join the bandwagon. And from a very personal perspective, I wanted to take people through the emotional journey of women outside there. To be honest, the facts on The Budding Tree are not just from me. I have asked around, I have inquired from doctors, from fellow women. I have done a lot of observation. I know by now you know that any person who writes books is very keen to observe what is happening in their society, and I'm not any different. So I've also done a lot of research, a lot of observation, and a lot of inquiries to come up with facts that I'm hoping that women my age, women older than me, younger than me, would be interested to know and would want to live a different lifestyle, to get a different outlook into their lives. There's just too much to learn not to want to read The Budding Tree. Imagine I have exposed all this information and yet there's still so much more to read. So just go read the book. You might learn a lot of things, and this is not just a book about women. There's a very strong theme of support and love from men in the book The Budding Tree. So if you also have a man who's struggling with understanding their women, this would be a perfect book for them to read. It's basically set out as a story being told from the eyes of one woman. So it's not like it's just medical facts being laid around. It's a story. There's a story of falling in love. There's a story of going out on dates. There's a story of being in the streets, experiencing life, you know, the things, the normal things that women do or young girls do. It's just a flow of story that has information. If you'd like a copy of The Budding Tree, I have left a link on the description box on how to purchase it. If you're outside the country, it's easier to purchase through Amazon, and if you're in Kenya, you can go to my blog. You'll see a place where you can shop for a copy of the book. Until my next video, goodbye. Hey, I would like to call you to action. How about subscribing to this channel? If you're enjoying my content, if you're learning something, please encourage me. Let me be able to make more videos that are not only entertaining but also educative and beneficial to you. Subscribe.